More and more I hear about cults. I want to start a cult like Alex. I just
Okay,
like
I don't want to start a cult. Let's say it's being thrust upon me right now.
I mean it's just drugs and women. I mean it's kind of it's pretty
It's
attractive.
shockingly easy too when you think about it, how to
Yeah.
manipulate a group of people.
So many people with empty, just bottomless pits in their soul I could fill with nonsense. And I would totally be like a psychedelic cult leader. I would be one of those.
We're tribalistic by nature, so everybody wants to be part of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
it's so easy. Like one person is hard to convince. Two people, you might, if you can convince one, then you've probably got the other on your side. It's
yeah.
easy to convince 100 people of something. They
Yeah.
start looking around, waiting on somebody to say no, and nobody does.
Yeah. Well, if I do it, I'll live stream it. I'll update you guys.
Thank you.
I'll try to be a PR person for you or something. Keep me in
There
mind.
you go.
Oh well.
So you guys want to start from like some of the history and get to how this
Yes.
guy
Yeah.
ended up on fire
Absolutely.
in the building?
Yeah, just get into it and rant at me.
Yeah.
Right. So the actual group that becomes the Branch Davidians starts in the 1930s. There's actually a Polish immigrant. His name is Victor Hutev. He splits off. He's actually a member of the Seventh Day Adventists, and while they're obviously a lesser known Protestant denomination, they're not crazy wacko off the reservation beliefs. Now Victor Hutev specifically splits off with this group, which I think he called them like the Shepherds of David. It becomes the Branch Davidians, but they're like the Shepherds of David, is what originally he called it, or planned to call it. And that's where he gets the whole prophecy thing. And his big contention is that they should be millennialists. They should be looking for the end of the world. So that's where the splinter group comes, and that's in the 30s. Really take off in the 50s. And his wife is the one who made the prophecy that the world would end in 1959. And it didn't, obviously. Now, next president who took over was a man named Benjamin Roden and his wife Lois. So he was the first prophet of David, as they tried to call it. And I think they renamed the whole group into like the Shepherd's Rod of the Branch Davidians. It's like the full name that they wanted it to be. But this is where the whole Branch Davidian name really kind of solidifies. And now they've become a large group with a pretty substantial following. Pretty passive at this point. There's no seedy behavior. It's just a millennialist cult, small group that the end is near and they're banding together to prepare for it. So more of like a commune, really, anything. The biggest thing that Victor Hutev did, other than split off from the Seventh-day Adventist, was he bought the property that would become the Mount Carmel compound. It's so famous from TV.
Mm-hmm.
The compound is already bought. They have the property, and this is now where this commune lives together. So they've kind of moved themselves away from society. They're about 13 miles outside of Waco, Texas. And this property's, not off the beaten path. And they're actually very welcoming. They're not like trespassing, don't come near us, all that stuff. That's a big misconception. They were actually very welcoming, and they still are to this day. If you go visit the compound and want to see it, have signs that say a donation is nice. If you can spare it, please come on in.
Weird.
You mean the burnt down site?
It's rebuilt. Well, it's
And
not entirely
the Branch Davidian, the modern ones still own that land?
still own that compound, that land. So it was not seized. It probably was for temporary investigation. But no, they still own the compound at Mount Carmel, and people who go there thinking it's like a burnt down husk, no, it's actually built and it's still functioning, and there's people that live there.
Quick side note and everything like that. Like there has to be like that. If anyone isn't like Rain, the paranormal, like, the ghost hunter, he needs to go there and do an investigation because I just feel like that. I don't know why. Was it built on the exact same spot, or was it like maybe like a little bit away from it? Like
It kind of evolved constantly because there were other buildings that burnt down before the infamous fire of the compound.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the whole Vernon Howell taking over process. Was there was mysterious fires that burnt down old records, administration buildings and things like that. So the compound, the way it's set up, it looks like one big huge singular building, but it actually has like wings, like offshoots, and like almost like barracks and things like that off the side. And some of those buildings, like I said, they housed things like administrative documents and stuff like that, and those mysteriously burnt down years.
That is something weird.